Thank you! Hello. I don't know why that was muted because I was talking away before we went into the game. And it's muted now. Anyway. Yeah, let the picture speak for himself. I am alive. Yeah, that was a good fight for VNS here. Say my name with a lot more paladins and the Mangudai making the difference finally. But what's happened on the rest of the map whilst this has been going on? Looks like not a lot. There hasn't been a lot of progress made on the left hand side by Yo and Paladin there. But what they have done is, I'm going to say they've made it to the corner, but they haven't. They're trying to, a few siege rams trying to get through the left hand side, but definitely cool going over to the right hand side. Better late than never, has allowed VNS to push back here. And in doing so, they haven't surrendered any ground on the left hand side just yet. And Cool does have Mangudai there to stop this easily. So, good move by VNS, a good couple of minutes for them. And they're now cleaning up some of the forward buildings, forward fortifications for Yinghua, taking down the castle. Bombard towers will follow on from that. And VNS are pretty much back in the game, I guess. The scores are very, very close all of a sudden. And a couple of the Chinese players are looking on pretty low population. Yinghua, 137. Lix is the Spanish player doing Paladins. Lower score than ACCM, who's mostly been slinging since the mid-Castle Age. And now Cool is actually breaking into Yo's base with quite a good number of Mangudai. He can't really push there, but he can obviously keep control of the corner and disrupt Yo's economy to an extent. So VNS should secure a solid trade line in this game there. And when the drop actually happened, I thought SY had it in the bag, but good couple of minutes for VNS, and now we've got a stabilised game pretty much. Lovecheng still isn't in a good position outside the base of Bhakti, controlling some of the extra resources there, controlling this plateau. But VNS themselves are now getting up onto that hill. They're cleaning up the last of the bombard towers, and with this army they may be able to get the Trebs to this position and Treb down all those castles. So let's see if they can drive it all the way back on the right hand side. Meanwhile, though, recognising that Mongols being there for Vietnam but not for SY is starting to become something that is having a big impact on the game, Yo and Paladin are actually grouping up and focusing on pushing against VNS Cool now. They haven't had much luck in pushing in on the left hand side and getting that corner, which ACCM has walled off pretty comprehensively at this point. And so they're just going to go straight down the middle of the map, strike at the heart of Cool's base, try and get some castles and slow down that Mangudai stream. And for now I don't see a lot of green on the right hand side supporting these guys, although there is some, just not visible on the minimap covered in orange and red, because Cool's having to focus in the middle. And this engagement should go pretty well for SY. The Paladins are there for VNS Yellow, say my name, but they're kind of in the background there, and those Mangudai were having to absorb a lot of plumed archer fire. And with 5 trebuchets in the background, they will get that castle down. And there's another one just behind. I think VNS Cool has built quite a lot of perhaps slightly ill-advised forward castles here, but he still does have another 4. Right hand side, Bombard Tower line has been re-established by Yinghua, trying to keep that castle alive. Seems though that the army is missing for VNS again. Once Say My Name sent some paladins to the middle, and Cool had to focus his Mangudai in holding the push on the left hand side. Then all it took was for Lix and Love Cheng to remass for another push, and they've got the advantage again now. A few paladins could get to those trebs, take them down, and that would pretty much slow down back to stop him from gaining any more ground back. Here though, with Say My Name and Cool concentrating so much on dealing with this push against Cool's base, they've obviously driven SY back. That Paladin and Mangudai combo is just stronger there, and they have the numbers advantage as well. Cool should get some free treb kills here. Yeah, he's done. Pick them all up, good. Good play by him, taking those trebs to stop enemy pushing against him, and also it's just a very expensive unit to lose relatively for free like that. And this is kind of taking the mick now, because they're just standing underneath back's forward castle here. They're not even bringing the siege forward, a couple of trebs in the back row, they're just making sure that Bacti doesn't bring his army back onto the hill. And Bacti having to make a lot of helps now. Obviously with 2 Paladin Sibs in play for the Chinese team, plus the Persian bonus, the Plumes not having a very high damage output against those 2 Paladin armies when they combine, and halves being in the mix is helpful. But also Bacti with only 3 castles to produce the Plumes from as well, so he's making up the numbers with the halves too. Have a look at the left hand side. What is ACC? Oh, it's firing at the wall. I was thinking there was like an SY trade card that Chukanu was firing against. War Elephants coming out for Persians. Yo actually switching into those now, which is pretty interesting choice. How many castles do you have? Only 3. And meanwhile, we're pretty much back to where we were when the drop happened now. We had Lix and Love Cheng having taken control of this hill, pushing hard into back space, and they got pushed all the way back to here, and now they've retaken it again just because Say My Name and Cool are having to focus elsewhere for the most part. More and more bombard towers coming up. And now those trebs are in a good spot. They've got a hill bonus against most of these structures. They're going to be able to be in range of most of back space without moving right now. They can take down a lot of barracks to slow down that halberdier production. destroy the TC siege workshops. And from there, if they manage to win this fight here, it's only a few tiles forward for those Trebs to be firing at these castles. So Bact's in a lot of trouble right now. Slow this game down a bit. And it seems like Cool mounting a push against the castles of Yo. That's quite unfortunate for Yo, just as he tries to transition to his unique unit, the Elite War Elephant. But they are managing to make short work of the ram. He's got a couple of paladins hitting that ram. That ram won't survive either, and there's no danger of that castle going down now. Or it shouldn't be. Well, as I say that, it's getting kind of close. The War Elephant should deal with that ram. There we go. See more sling flying around now. Love Cheng's actually slinging licks for more paladins. In fact, the slinging in this game, it's just gone all the way back and forth now. It's almost hard to to identify. All three players have been slung by ACCM to a degree. Paladin has sent a lot of sling. Love Cheng has sent some to licks. Obviously Love Cheng's participating in the military to a great deal as well. And this is what I was talking about. If they gain another 5 tiles of ground here from there to there, then they'll be able to set the Trebs up in this line if they just manage to win this fight and force Bact and Say My Name's units back just a little bit more, and at that point they'll be in the range of Bact's castles. I think this is where the game's going to turn on that right side. Cool's actually on the left with a hell of a lot of Mangudai. They're trying to achieve something here. They killed so many plumes, but ultimately they don't have siege to push here, so I don't know if Cool really needs to have 30 Mangudai, or however many that is, on the left hand side. He's stalemated in the middle for now. Elite War Elephants soaking up so much Mangudai fire, and Love Cheng even solidifying this ground a little bit by coming over here and building bombard towers there. Let's return to the right hand side, because I think this is where the game's going to be decided. As I said, the Trebs have come forward. Now they're letting siege to 2 castles at Bact. He's got a third one somewhere. I don't see it. It's back here, but even so, going down to just 1 castle production would be a killer blow. At that point he'll be almost full halberdier, and with Chukanu eating halberdier for breakfast, he'll start to become kind of irrelevant in the game. Most of Bact's original base has been cleared out now. I do wonder at this point where the kings are, but I think I did see Bact's king actually loitering in Say My Name's base, so it's probably safe for quite a long time yet. But now Paladin is in against ACCM. He hasn't rewalled any of this. The Rams can come in. The Elite War Elephants can come in. The Plumes can come in and go to the trade ultimately. That's probably what he'll be going for straight away. Doesn't have a lot of Plumes to actually make it to the trade, because a couple will die to the castle on the way through. So they won't kill cards particularly quickly, but I need to mute that. But even so, they can start streaming units in there. It's a shame for them that they don't have Mangudai at this point. Paladin is going to get another 10, 15 plumes through into the back row to start taking down carts. Paladin's Xing it. Let's see if ACCM's team are going to be Xing this. Right now he's Xing his base, saying this is where they're coming in through, but meanwhile Bacti on the right hand side, he's just collapsing. He's losing so much ground. Lix is maintaining an incredible number of paladins now, 80. Say My Name is down to just 30. Obviously Lix now receiving some sleep from Yinghua, because Yinhua's not really losing units at this point. He's keeping his Chukanu in the back, saving them from dying, building a few BBT, but mainly he'll be stockpiling some resources that he can send to Lix for more paladins, and that's exactly what's happening. Cool is gradually inching forward in the middle. Even War Elephants can't soak up that much Mangudai fire, and the monks are coming out now. Cool is laughing once again. He's he's laughing at this. As the War Elephants come through. A lot of Mangudai there. Some monks. They should be able to hold that, I think. Get 4 more conversions. Micro the Mangudai. That should be okay. They can hold that for that particular push. But the units are going to keep on coming. The War Elephants will continue to stream. And the issue is going to come when they actually bring siege in with the units. But The Mangudai from Call also obviously being diverted to clean up the plumes from Fengjin, which are just dispersing everywhere now, although there's another group should catch these out. I'd say VNS at this point, they've probably lost, I don't know, 30 carts. It's not decisive, but it's certainly damaging. And bear in mind that once you get into a situation like this where enemy units are streaming through the wall, it's really hard to chase down all of the units. You can see Paladins just doing a good job, putting like 5 plumes here, 5 plumes are down here. And Call's having to just fight fires everywhere, just keep finding places that Paladin has snuck a few plumes. Really hard to stop when the enemy has this easy access to the trade line. And Call's Mangudai are just pulling triple duty overtime here, just trying to hold in too many different places. At this point you can almost question whether he actually has enough Mangudai to justify leaving this many on the front fighting the War Elephants when he needs to block to clean up the trade a lot faster. ACCM with the Monastery spam trying to stop the War Elephants, but there are still a lot of yellow ones in there. Been a nice transition by Yo in the end. The problem with the War Elephants is that they require it requires so much focus on them by the enemy. You know, Monk Micro fire for a lot of Mangudai fire or whatever, that the other units like the plumes can then just sort of sneak in, do the business, and it's been called GG. Bacti is dead. They're in the trade line, losing that on the south, and it's 3-0 to SY. So they take their home map here. Perhaps good practice for them. Good confidence booster if they have to play. If they have to play Tyrant on Regicide Fortress in the final, as it looks like they will be doing as they take a commanding 3-0 lead now. They'll have to mount a massive comeback now, Vietnam Legend, in order to do this. They came back from 2-0 before, but 3-0 is a tough ask on today. A showing SY have been playing much better today, I feel, relative to the previous matchup between these two teams.